Today, I'm going to be showing you guys a really effective technique for increasing your eBay sales. So stay tuned. Welcome back, guys. My name is Phil, the King of Thrift. Thanks for tuning in for another video. If this is your first time to my channel and you want to learn how to work from home and be your own boss by buying and reselling on eBay, then make sure you subscribe to this channel right now because I got tons of videos out there, tons of tips and tricks on how you can do so. And if you sign up, make sure you hit the little bell right next to it so you don't miss any of my latest videos. Now, with that out of the way, guys, let's get into the topic today. How can you increase your eBay sales? Well, there are many ways to increase your eBay sales, but the technique that I'm going to be teaching you today is very effective. It's not taught very often amongst the resellers and the YouTuber community, but it is implemented by the largest corporations in the world. It is very, very effective. I have used this technique over the years, and it has obviously worked well for me, and that's why I'm passing it on to you guys. So what is this technique that I'm sure you guys are curious about at this point? It's called loss leader. And, by implementing a loss leader, you can increase your sales tremendously, guys. We used this in retail sales, and, like I said, I've very effectively used it in my business. And the way that it works is a loss leader is basically something that you sell for undervalue. And the reason is, let's say, for instance, that I want to sell a Hermes tie in my store because I do sell men's clothing. And I want to implement a Hermes tie would be perfect loss leader. Now, basically what I would do is go out and source, let's say 25 or 100 of these neckties. Now, let's say these ties run $100 a piece. So I buy 100 of them, or let's say I buy 10 of them at $100 a piece. These are going to be my loss leaders. Now, a loss leader is most effective when it's very popular or in demand. So each loss leader is going to be different depending on your specific niche or the industry that you work in. So keep that in mind when choosing a loss leader. In other words, you wouldn't want a Hermes tie, if you sell, coffee pots, or if you sell, industrial supplies, something like that. So I am basically using something that applies very well to my business and would work very effectively in my niche, and that would be Hermes neckties. Let's say I buy 10 for $100 and I put them in my store for $89. Now that's a $10 savings overall. Now this also hinges on the fact that whatever it is that you're selling, the price point needs to be at or below. It actually should be below the average selling price on eBay. Retail prices don't really matter much in our business. What is most important is going to be, the eBay marketplace and what they are willing to pay for it. So with that in mind, guys, that is, how you want to price your item. So, your loss leader. So if I price it at say $89 or even $79, that's going to be the rock bottom price available, on the entire internet or on eBay itself. And what this is going to do is, especially if this is a popular item, is as people search for any particular Hermes tie and all the ties come up, then mine will come up as the cheapest, which is going to get, which is going to easily, get the eyeballs in my store. And that's what I want. That's basically how a loss leader works. You sell something for undervalue, people come into your store, and what you're hoping for is that they sign up for your newsletter, they add you to their favorite sellers, and basically they come back again in the future and they buy something from you at full price, something that you make profit on, in other words. So you're basically, the way that it works is you're giving something away now for a hope of a future sale. And that's the way it works, guys. That's what would make it a little more advanced because a lot of people aren't willing to throw a little money out there today to reap the benefits tomorrow. And that's the way this strategy works. And that's why the rich get richer and the poor stay poor, is because poor folks are not willing to throw money out today to reap a benefit or dividend tomorrow. In other words, when they put their money out today, they want money, by the end of the week. People aren't willing to wait. And, those who are rich, those who are wealthy, know that you have to put your money out there and you've got to give it time to grow. Just like a seed. When you plant a seed, it doesn't grow immediately. It takes time. And by the time you think it's, a week or two goes by, you wait a week and you don't see anything. And some people, if you don't know better, you would give up. You'd say, this doesn't work. This thing's not growing. But you don't know, right below the soil, it's just waiting to break forth, guys. And once it breaks forth, then it begins to grow very quickly. So it's the same way with the loss leader, guys, and many, techniques, many of the advanced techniques. you're going to need to implement them and then give them time. It's just like customer service. You don't see a return from customer service right away. You see a return for your customer service over time. And the way that you reap benefits of customer service is you'll reap it in dollars and cents later on down the line in the way of repeat business, repeat customers, people who like the way they are treated at your particular store will come back to you again and again. Be diligent, guys. Go out there and look for a good loss leader depending on your niche. Find something that's very popular and find something that's not overly saturated in the eBay marketplace, because if there are a million of them out there, you know, and even if you are the cheapest, you know, the odds are, you know, first of all, you've got to get someone to find you. Then you get into the whole, you know, eBay algorithm and search terms and how many items you have listed and how many are you listing today and tomorrow and how many have you had last week and what are your total sales and what's your feedback rating and how many returns have you had, on and on. All these things, in other words, are going to dictate where your item is ranked in the search. So that's why I say if you find something that's not so saturated or there's not a million of them already in the marketplace and you can get it and sell it cheaper than everyone else, that's what you're looking for, guys. That is a killer loss leader. And I'll just go over one more good loss leader for maybe a particular industry. I would say something like maybe if you own a coffee shop, you sell coffee and coffee related products. You sell coffee makers and coffee pots and you know, different types of coffee and coffee accessories and coffee mugs. Then a great loss leader for you might be a particular brand of coffee. You know, maybe it could be, you know, Starbucks, a particular brand of Starbucks coffee. You could go down and buy a bunch of it and then put it on your site and sell it for undervalued, cheaper than everyone else, cheaper than Starbucks is selling it. And that's gonna get a lot of people into your store where they're, you know, where you hope that they will go in, and if you have good merchandise, they will. A certain percentage of those people will buy from you. They're gonna buy coffee pots, they're gonna buy makers, they're gonna buy coffee mugs, they're gonna buy accessories, they're gonna buy more coffee. So, you know, in other words, they're gonna get in there and they're gonna buy you more expensive items and your higher profit margin items. So that is a loss leader, guys, and you definitely wanna implement this strategy today, get it working for you tomorrow. You can reap those benefits ASAP. I know you guys have seen my cryptocurrency videos, some of you, but it is a new series that I'm starting. It's something I'm really into. I do believe in it. I believe it is the future, and I have seen great dividends and returns from it. And you know, I'm going to be basically sharing my journey with you guys on this whole process in the coming days, weeks, and over the year. And you know, win, lose, or draw, you know, it's all going to be out there, guys. And you know, so far, like I said, it's gone well. I have experienced a few losses and some tremendous, you know, wins. And you know, I will have another video coming out on cryptocurrency in the coming days, hopefully maybe even today. And if you haven't already, go ahead and check out those old videos. They're a little, you know, they're not the greatest. And like I said, I am no expert, guys. I'm just going to be sharing my own personal experiences and what I know, you know, in this whole space. So if you haven't checked those out, and if you're into cryptocurrency or Bitcoin and you don't know anything about it, it's basically for beginners, because I am a beginner. I've only been doing it about a month so far, but I've already made a very decent amount of money. And hey, we got the slow months coming up, guys, so you need to start thinking about supplementing your income now. And I personally think that cryptocurrency is a great way to do that. So if you haven't, go ahead and check those out and stay tuned for more of those to come in the future. If this video has helped you out, which I'm sure it has, make sure you help me out, guys, and hit the like button. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to this channel right now if you want to learn how to work from home and be your own boss. Thanks for watching, guys, and until my next video, you guys be good. Get on out there and
Make that money on eBay.